$1,000 a month is not enough for me. I would like my allowance raised to $1,500.
What? I want my mom to understand that I can't live off of $1,000 a month, and I grew up on a certain lifestyle. She can't just take that away from me immediately.
Damn!
Can we take a phone call?
Everybody has the best of everything, and we're just setting our kids up for failure, and that's what I try to ingrain in mine every single day.
11:32 p.m. You're on my mind.
It's Bryant and Sandy back again.
Back again. Yes.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, Bryant. I'm trying to make it, every single day. Today's Thursday. I don't know what it is about Thursday night, but when you feel that feeling of after you get off work and it's Thursday night and then it's Friday and then you can make it, that's the best feeling in the whole world. Knowing
that the weekend is literally one day away, it's a big deal.
Yeah, it is, because that's when I give myself permission to drink. I'm okay, I'm not going to be an every night drinker. I'm going to be a special occasion drinker. I'm going to be if I'm sad drinker. I'm going to be if I'm happy and celebrating drinker.
We call it social drinker.
Yeah, yeah, we do. But,
and it gives you something to look forward to.
Yeah, it does. And I think, some things just help you be more honest. It's called the honesty potion.
It is.
I mean,
Brad Paisley had a song out called Alcohol. And it was such a great song. When I first heard it, and I think I heard it before I saw the video, I was like, that song is so true.
So, one, Brad Paisley music?
Yes.
I love that. You're so multifaceted when it comes to...
They couldn't find anybody else. No, I'm just kidding.
But I mean, I love that because, I don't know new country at all. I don't understand it. Maybe I just don't try. I don't know what it is, but I'm having a hard time trying to figure out what to listen to right now.
Really?
Yes, because I'm, ever since the Super Bowl, I was all Rihanna for a long time. And I was just they were hating on her, and I hated that they were hating on her because she did such a good job. We talked about this, who can grow a human while performing live on 16 levels of nothingness and make that happen. And then people are going to be like, well, she was wearing a wire.
She was lip syncing,
What? What? Okay, so
Well, there was a meme where a guy said, one of my friends, he said, "Here's a picture of a rock." Now let's see. It basically, he was saying people will argue about anything. Here's a picture of a rock. Y'all go ahead. And sure enough, no, it's not a picture of a rock. That's a boulder. No, it's not. That's a dirt clog.
What is wrong with everybody? Why are we so pissed off?
It's the way of the world, the times that we are in now. I don't know why that is, but
I don't know either. I feel like, it's kind of a choice. I mean, I get it. Things can be ish. I mean, I get it. And I know that my problems can always be so much worse. I can say I'm a single mom. I raise my kids by myself, and I wear that as a badge of honor because, I could do it. I did it. I didn't have a choice.
Right.
But I did it. And, I just didn't, I don't know. I did what I needed to do, and it wasn't anybody's fault. It was just what you do. Who else? That's my kids.
You have really good kids.
Thank you.
I've seen them from, very, very, very young to now, and you have really good kids. I'm kind of glad you went into that because that was one of the things I wanted to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Our kids today, from what you can see, because I'm not qualified to answer this as you would as a mom, but our kids today more entitled Are we now in the everybody wins a trophy society? Has that become the norm now?
You don't want to go down this road.
I need a professional.
No, Brian.
And by you being a mom, and I've had some people that actually talked about that. And
How
I just want to
Chelsea
know.
lately can I be right now?
Well, the good thing is you ain't got to hold back.
Okay. All right. Ask your question. Ask your question, and I am not going to give you the politically correct answer. I'm going to give you this is how I feel answer, and nobody has to agree with me. I do not care. Do not come for me. Don't hate on me.
See, the drinks help.
That's right.
I'm telling you.
That's right.
My question is, are kids today too spoiled, and are the parents the ones that, because you can't really blame a kid only but so much, but is it the parents' fault of the reason that we are in the way that we are in now?
Okay.
And when I want to hear your answers, I'm gonna play a video.
Okay. So, here's my take on this.
Mm-hmm.
I am a firm believer in everybody makes a mistake every now and then, and sometimes we make mistakes every single day. So, my mistake was that I let everybody else tell me how to parent. I let, how I was raised, I let that be how I raised my kids. And I mean, I'm going to be honest. I whipped that ass.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Because, I did it because I was the parent that was the disciplinarian. I was there every day. And I was there because my vision on that was I would rather them be scared of consequences from me than to put themselves in further danger.
Oh, wow.
Because the ultimate goal that I have for my kids is their safety. It is not a power struggle. I'm not trying to dominate them and suppress them as human beings. I'm trying to keep them safe. With every resource that I have in this world, I'm going to keep them safe. And if I had to beat that ass, I beat that ass.
But isn't beating that ass a part of them being safe? That's part of, spare the rod and spoil the child. Isn't that something that our parents still doing that now?
Well, that's the thing. So my youngest is 20, and she's female. And I'll say that if I had it to do over again today, I would change that.
Really?
Yes. I would find, and it was just because I was never shown any other way. And I didn't know to explore the other way because I just didn't question my parents. Like, even though the lessons came with my ass getting beaten, I just didn't go against what they said. So that translated into my adulthood. And so I didn't express, a desire to want to do it any other way. So I just did it the way I was shown. Now, if I could go back, I would be brutally honest with my children.
Really?
I would coddle them in the ways that a mom shows nourishment, nurturing, and everything. But at the same, and I would let my kids express themselves, but not in a fit of anger. I want to get to the source of the anger. That comes with, I think, a lot of sit down, make you understand on your level without aggression or power playing. I just feel like you can talk to these little dudes. These are just little dudes that their brains are forming, and I think that I don't think we give them enough credit. So, I feel like it is just a communication game now. And there is a why behind everything.
Right.
The reason is because when you go out and sneak out of this house, someone could harm you. And here's what that harm can get you. You could be in a truck headed to a different country, and I'll never see you again.
Because that's a real thing now.
That is our reality. And I don't say that to instill fear, but I say it to instill, some surroundings, like awareness. And just, please just know that this is just in the end of all ends, this is just to keep you safe.
I love that. I want to play a video where it's a spoiled kid.
Okay.
And as being a mom, I want your thoughts about it.
Okay.
And the kid was actually on Dr. Phil. So here it is.
I love Dr. Phil. Oh, I love Dr. Phil.
Check it out.
My allowance is $1,000 a month, and I spend it on shopping and buying designer clothes. We got Yeezy shirts, more Gucci and Blake. We got True Religion shirts. This shirt right here, I can't even say the name of it. Like, I just got brands in here that I can't even pronounce. I just love swiping my card, and it just say approved, approved, approved. We have a chapstick that has 2 karat gold in here.
What?
It's gold on my lips. My favorite brands is Burberry. My Burberry favorite.
Wait, how is
I
this
got
kid?
the shirt on. I love Burberry, Balenciaga, and Versace. Half of this stuff, it still got tags on it. I don't even really know what I have. I have on an all-wool cashmere Helmut Lang sweater, and I have
What?
on my Rolex. This was $1,000 or $900. I spent $2,000 on that tracksuit just because I saw a rapper wearing it and I liked it. My nickname is King, and I feel like it fits me because I'm the king of designer. I love my bed, my flat screen TV, my Malaysian headboard, and my closet. I actually have like a little stool in here for me to sit down.
I do
and,
like
try on
those
my
shoes.
A lot of people do say I'm bougie. All my fashion books, Barney's New York, Fendi book, Tiffany & Co. holiday collection book. I see myself very privileged. Limited edition is everything. You gotta have a limited edition piece in your closet, or your closet is corny. Your drip is corny. But $1,000 a month is not enough for me. I would like my allowance raised to $1,500. I would really like to be famous just because I like the attention. Another person had said like I'm fire, my whole outfit is fire. I would really like to be on YouTube. I want to do like videos of like my life. Okay, guys, so this is my brand new Givenchy book bag.
I don't even know brands. I don't even know brands.
I don't either. The Ace family. My mom is not supportive of my YouTube career. She rather me go to college. I don't feel like an average person. I'm above that. I want to tell Dr. Phil, my mom needs to raise my allowance and that she needs to stop pressuring me to go to college and let me do what I want to do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all,
I'm just giving you the floor. That's it. That's all I got to do. A mama, a floor.
now me and Dr. Phil, I love that man. Like, yoni egg. I want to meet Dr. Phil. Because let me tell you something. Nobody can make me feel better about anything better than Dr. Phil. He just he don't care. Anyway, this kid. So I feel bad for him because, at some point the parents are not going to be there. At some point, that's just biology. Like, at some point, if life is as it is supposed to be, the parents go first. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if his mom had wealth or if she was working herself to death to provide this. I don't know. There's 2 different scenarios there. But I think that's part of the problem, is that these kids have nowhere to go. If you give them the ceiling when they are that young,
right?
Where is their new ceiling?
Where do you go from there?
Right. And, I say it in a perspective of not just a mom, but I say it in a perspective of what's going to be the better humanity. What do I want to give back to humanity? My gift back to humanity, I hope, is my children and what they can bring with their children. So it's the imprint, the footprint, whatever the print. It's for me, it's like, how do I want my next generation and my human that I produce represent me or himself? Like, it's really about him representing himself well. So that's just not a good look. It's not a good look, and I just don't know where you go from there. And you set your kid up for a hard fall if you don't let him work for something.
Yeah, when you look at him, I mean, he is the epitome of a spoiled brat.
Yeah.
All the way. Mm-hmm. And there's more. Can I play more?
Yeah. I'd love to.
I mean, this kid is a trip.
Okay. I love Dr. Phil. Have I mentioned?
You wrote into me. Tell me what you wanted me to get straight with your mom.
I want my mom to understand that I can't live off of $1,000 a month, and I grew up on a certain lifestyle. She can't just take that away from me immediately. If someone took her lifestyle away from her, she wouldn't like that. And I grew up on it. It's all I ever know. I can't deal with this. And so I came to you for help.
Okay, so you want me to get her to do what? What would be the home run for you?
I need her to understand that I need at least $2,500 a month. She works all the time. She doesn't do anything for me. She doesn't drive me anywhere. And so other people would have their moms like drive them places, buy them food, make them food, but I have to do everything myself, and I need the funds for that.
So do you do that? When you
This
have
is
the
Mom.
money, are you in there in the kitchen frying up stuff and mixing up batter?
No, I'm buying food.
So you eat out a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I make food at home, but then I get bored of just, I don't like cooking because it just makes a huge mess, and then my mom gets mad at me, and I don't like cleaning up the huge mess and doing the dishes, and then I just don't like eating at home because it's the same boring food.
Yeah. So you want a G-Wagon for your 16th birthday?
I need my G-Wagon. There's no question. I need it.
There's no question.
Yeah.
You need that.
Yeah. My mom's buying a Bentley for herself. Why can't I get a G-Wagon?
Why do you need a G-Wagon?
I really want the G-Wagon.
Well, I understand you want it, but why do you say,
Oh.
I
Listen
need
to
a
the
G-Wagon?
attitude.
Why do you need
I
a
really
G-Wagon?
like the way it looks. I've wanted one for over 2 years now. Every time I see them, you see so many of them near my house, and every time I see one, I'm in awe. I love them.
So, there's a lot to unpack there. There's a lot to unpack
Isn't it?
there. Because, it starts with the mom, obviously. In my opinion, the mom is something happened. I don't know what happened, like that made her feel like she had to make up for so much as a parent. Or, whatever. I just feel like that maybe she just feels like she was done wrong and she wouldn't do that to her kid.
Right.
And because, kids come here and I know that they have, things in their personality that develop, but I feel like, that you don't just come out that way. So he's been given a lot of permission and she's working herself to death to pay for the sins of whatever happened to her. And
Right.
that is the issue. It is not, continuing the cycle. It's stopping it. If we just keep buying into, he throws it out if it's not designer. Okay, well, if he doesn't have any other choice,
She created that monster.
Yeah, she did.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's just the bottom line.
And yeah, the whole threatening attitude would be just laughable, in my opinion. I say that in a different mindset than even that I was a year ago. Because I've learned in what they say about getting older and wiser is so freaking true, because
It is.
you have so much shit that happens to you and then you're like, why does it shit keep happening?
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, well, okay, let me just analyze a few things about myself. And then you have to realize okay, I can either change the way I'm thinking is, be better, or I can stay in this miserable mindset. So yeah, you just have to look at things in a different perspective. And I don't know. I feel as though we owe our kids and our next generation something. I think we've just become so internalized in thinking that, it's all about us, that we forget that, humanity is in a crisis. Humanity.
Bratty kids grow up to be bratty, narcissist adults.
Non-working.
Non-working.
Yeah.
And back to my original question, are we making things too easy for our kids?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So,
absolutely. And it's because like I said, it's just I have parental guilt. The minute you become a parent, the minute you become guilty, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't have a life. I can't do this. who told us that?
Right.
Who, we forgot it was still about us, and we are the example.
Right.
And we are the teachers. They mimic what they see. And then if they see a mom working her tail off to provide for him, like, you know, sometimes it, I guess, just completely flip-flops and goes the other way. And he's like, I'm just going to use this to my advantage. You don't want to keep raising a human being like that. Not that way. Something's got to change, right?
By the time he's 15, it's almost a lost cause. I won't say it is a lost cause, but by the time he's 15, that has already been, you know, embedded in him.
Yeah. How do you
break that cycle?
How do you reroute that train?
Besides going upside his head.
I know, because like at this point, like, okay, so counseling.
Right.
I can't see, maybe, but I can't see this kid, like, what happened to shock therapy? Why don't we do things in a more aggressive way?
Like we used to?
Yeah. Like, I mean, okay, think about it. Let's think about it. Let's think about it for just a minute, okay? Mm-hmm. We're going to get in a whole different subject. I know that there's more to this video, isn't there?
There's more, but I wanted to get a phone call.
Okay.
So, can we take a phone call?
Yeah.
All right.
I've gotten wind elementary students. They were going to get one of those big blow-up slide things. And if the children sold a certain amount, they were allotted this much time out on the playground on that thing. The more you sold, the more hours you got to stay out there or get to. I don't know if it's happened yet. If you didn't sell anything at all, you had to stay inside and work.
Ooh. I don't know about that one.
But I just think that is terrible because some children, you know, they don't have the opportunity to, or the parents are able to go out and try to sell those things, or they can just, you know, write a check for whatever. Kids are going to be sitting inside and not be able to go out and play because they didn't sell enough. I mean, I could just picture myself being that age going, I mean, that's just taking it a little bit to the extremes.
Yeah, I'm not feeling that one at all. Not at all. Thank you for the call.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Mandy.
Hey, Mandy, where are you calling from?
Ozark.
All right, what is going on with Mandy today?
I'm calling in about your making things too easy for kids.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, we're raising a whole generation of children who are never going to know how to handle things in life. Mm-hmm. I have 3 kids, and I've never sugarcoated anything for them. As a matter of fact, I probably know too much about my children that I really don't want to know. The world is not going to be easy on them. And we're teaching kids to live with their heart on their sleeves. That's not going to work for them. We got a whole generation of kids coming up that'll never be able to handle anything that goes wrong in their life. They will fruit out, and they will never understand how to be adults. We baby them. They baby them in school. They baby them in sports now. I mean, it's crazy.
And where do you think they're going to run back to? They're going to want to come back home.
Oh, yeah. They're going to come right back to us because they're not going to know how to have a family. They're not going to know how, like, if they get down to the last $5, they'll spend it. I promise you. They don't have a clue what $1 is.
No, they don't. And my thing is that those same kids, they're going to be coming right back home. You can look for it. And those kids, they're going to bring their kids.
You're going to have kids that you're going to have to help raise because they're not going to have a clue how to raise them because every time you get onto them, they think you're wrong. A lot of it starts they say it starts at home. Some of it starts at school also because we baby them. We're worried about stepping on somebody's toes. We can't make so-and-so mad. You know, when I was in school, I feared the paddle. I didn't want to get embarrassed. I didn't want to get another spanking when I got home because I got one at school for not doing what I was supposed to do. Kids these days can go to school and do whatever it is they want to do. The paddle is never, they send them home for 2 days.
Yeah,
what kid would want to sit home and play video games for 2 days?
Yeah,
I was probably Pandora's box, but hey, I've told mine know, and I've done this before. I will go to school and paddle them myself because the teachers and the principals won't paddle them. Mm-hmm. I'll go to school. They know if I tell them you better straighten up or I'm coming to school and I'm going to paddle you. I've done it before. I have went in the principal's office and demanded the paddle and paddled handle my own children. Now, am I a perfect parent? No. By no means am I a perfect parent. But I have tried to. If my children grow up and don't have none of the discipline they're supposed to, it's not all of my fault because I have tried to lay it down. But it's hard. Society is doing this to a part. It's not helping us parents be stricter parents. And then, like you said, they make these games. Why is it a game? Oh, yeah. And then, they get kids that lose, so they can't lose the game because then they don't know how to handle that either. My son's played sports. I'm married to a football coach. So I have, there's no points for second place. You either win or lose.
That's right.
And those teams that go on and win and work hard, yes, they deserve something. I used to think, these babies need a trophy. They need a trophy. When I got up and saw my son get into real sports and organized sports, there's no trophy. The only trophy is the one who wins it all. The other teams don't get a trophy.
Yeah, that's the hard work paying off for you, is what that is.
Exactly.
Thank you so much.
Hey, I wanted to comment on the kid thing.
Yeah.
I've got 4 kids, and, we do our best for them. But here's what we're doing to our children. We're sending them to Europe. We're sending them to New York. We're buying them the best cars and the best clothes. They don't want for anything. And then when they grow up, where are they? There won't be a proposal that's good enough for them. There won't be a ring that's good enough. They'll think that life is built around going to school with people that are just like you. And that everybody has the best of everything. And we're just setting our kids up for failure, and that's what I try to ingrain in mine every single day. I'm sorry I can't buy you a BMW or whatever, and I'm sorry that so-and-so's parent did, but that's not what I want for you. I want you to know what it's like to work for something.
Right. I remember when I was growing up, it used to be, well, so-and-so had their birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese. Why can't we? Well, we have to have a home party. Now, us as parents, we're competing with the $50,000 vehicles and trying to explain to our kids why they can't get one. Things have changed so short period of time.
Exactly.
So.
And I read an article last week because my oldest child was in college. Came to me when she was about 15 years old, and she said, I want to be a fashion designer. And I said, but you don't draw, and you're not interested in clothes. Why would you want? Because that sounds like fun. Well, no, that's not. You're not going to make money as a fashion designer. You're going to be a buyer of help. And, maybe I'm a dream squasher, and I don't, I had an article about all these kids go to college, and they think they can be anything they want to be and do, and they're going to get this wonderful job. And that's not reality.
No, it's not reality. And here's the thing. A lot of people that graduate, they actually can't get a job in the field that they majored in.
No, and I think they can still pursue their dreams, but they can make it their second major. I think you can have a double major. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right. You have to know if you want to be a chef that you start off being a cook.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting.
It is. It is. Like it's an interesting topic, and there's a lot of different ways that you can go with it, but I don't know. These kids just have to have some accountability, and if we don't give it to them,
I think that's the society that we're in now. Because it all goes and starts back with adults, and adults don't want. A lot of adults don't want to be accountable.
No, we can't take ownership.
No. So,
but I mean, that's part of the problem, and I think that we get so caught up in trying to argue who is right with what way there is to solve it. Nothing gets solved.
Right.
So, like, in my opinion, like, it doesn't even matter how we got here. It's more about where do we go? What do we do?
That's wise. I like that. Because we can be focusing so much on why and how we got here and not even worry about, okay, how do we get out of this mess?
Yeah. I mean, think about what the news media is doing every day. They plant information so that we have a strong opinion about it. And guess what? We're not going to agree because of one political party or the other. And I know, politics is so taboo, but it's just like, I'm so tired of the arguing. Who cares how it started? Who cares who was right and wrong? Who cares? It's a problem.
It's a problem.
It's a problem. So what is the fix? Can people agree on the fix? And that's the other issue is who gets to decide,
If you want to comment, by all means, do so. We would love to hear from you. Leave a comment below. And let us know what you feel.
Yeah, because we're just trying to navigate through this thing. together.
Right.
I mean, we need to help one another, because I'm just here for the advice. Like, I'm just here trying to figure out, like, wise ones that have it figured out. Those people that are like so chill all the time, and they don't have to have the medications and stuff. Like, I'm just trying to figure out how to get that chill. I just want that chill in my life, Bryant. So that's what I'm after. That's the ultimate goal here for me.